You know that feeling, right? That little voice in your head that gets louder and louder, telling you to just quit. We've all been there. Today, we're going to dig into why that happens, and more importantly, how you can finally learn to push right through it. Seriously, think about it for a second. That new project you were so hyped about, that gym membership you swore you'd use every single day, that online course that was going to change your life, you start out with this massive burst of energy, just buzzing with possibilities. And then, a few weeks later, poof, the fire's just gone. Sound a little too familiar? Okay, but what if I told you that that moment, that exact point where you start to doubt everything, what if that's not actually your fault? That it's not some personal failing or a random fluke? In fact, it's a super predictable, almost universal pattern that trips up nearly everyone at the exact same point in the journey. So, let's start right there. We're going to pinpoint that exact moment. Let's really look at the anatomy of giving up. Because here's the cool part. Once you can actually see the pattern, you can finally learn how to break it. You see, this timeline is weirdly consistent for almost everybody. Week 1, you're on fire, right? You're totally energized, making plans, feeling good. But then, week 2 hits, and that's the oh crap moment. The realization that, oh, this is going to be actual work. By week 3, the excuse machine starts revving up. And by week 4, yep, that's the exit ramp where most people just bail. And look, here's the hard truth nobody really wants to talk about. Real, lasting progress. It's not always fun. It's not some big, exciting movie montage. Most of the time, it is simply the grind. It's about pushing through those mind-numbing, repetitive tasks again and again and again. That is the real test. So when that grind gets really real, that's when our biggest enemy finally decides to show its face. And spoiler alert, it is not the work itself. It's that monster that lives inside all of us, the monster of our own excuses. You gotta understand, excuses aren't just random thoughts that pop into your head. No, they're a system, a really, really well-designed system built for one purpose: self-preservation. They're always right there, ready to go the second things get hard. They always sound so reasonable, don't they? I'm too tired. I don't have the money. Now's just not the right time. And here's the key: they protect your ego. See, if you have a good reason to stop, you never actually have to face the possibility of failure. It's a permission slip to stay exactly where you are, comfortable and safe. This quote, man, it just hits so hard. Because it completely shatters that illusion we all have, that our reasons, our problems are special. Your health stuff, your money worries, your family drama. We all think our excuse is the one, the unique one. But it's not. We're all reading from the same universal script. And the cost of this habit, it is absolutely staggering. 90%. Just let that sink in for a second. One analysis suggests that 90% of all failures come from people who simply have a habit of making excuses. It is, without a doubt, the silent killer of dreams. Okay, so if excuses are the enemy, what's our weapon? It is all about mindset. So let's shift gears and look at the wisdom from some folks who have absolutely mastered the grind. First up, Jocko Willink. His rule is so simple, it's kind of genius. Don't feel like it? I go anyways. Don't take today off. Not today. Wait until tomorrow. See what he's doing there? He's telling you to procrastinate on quitting. That voice in your head wants relief right now. He's saying, nope, not today. We'll quit tomorrow. And of course, when tomorrow comes, you're stronger for it and you do it all over again. And then you've got the Mamba mentality. Kobe Bryant. You want first place? Come play with me. You want second place? Go somewhere else. Whoa, that is a choice. An absolute all-or-nothing commitment to excellence. There is no middle ground. This isn't about just showing up. It's about a relentless, almost obsessive pursuit of being the best. That's the standard. And Eric Thomas, E.T., he really gives us the philosophical heart of this whole thing. He says, at the end of your feelings is possibly nothing, but at the end of your principle is a promise. Man, that's it right there. Your feelings, they will betray you every single time. They change with your mood, with the weather, with what you had for lunch. But your principles, those rules you set for yourself, they deliver a promise. So really, it just comes down to these two paths you can walk. A life run by your feelings is going to be inconsistent, and it will always, always lead you down the path of least resistance. Or you can live by principles. And that path, well, that one builds discipline, it forces progress, and it delivers results. But here's the thing. To even start building those principles, you have to deal with the baggage, all that stuff that fuels your excuses in the first place. And that means you have to learn how to let go of your personal history. The late, great Dr. Wayne Dyer had this incredible way of looking at it. He called it the wake of the boat metaphor. So picture a boat moving through the water. Your past, all your failures, your mistakes, every story you tell yourself about who you are, that is the wake. It's the trail left behind. Now, the wake shows you where you've been, for sure. But does it power the boat? Does it steer the boat? No way. The engine, the power, is right here in the present moment. Your past does not have to control where you're going now. Okay, so that sounds great, but how do you actually do that? Well, you can think of it like a 3-step process. Step 1, embrace your past. Just accept that it happened and, hey, it was necessary to get you to this exact moment. Step 2, understand it. Pull out the lessons, learn from them, but don't let them define you. And then step 3, you toss it. You just let go of your attachment to that old story. Because ultimately, you have to change your mind. It's like that famous quote, often attributed to Einstein, you can't solve a problem with the same mind that created it. The mind that's attached to all those old excuses and past failures, that is not the mind that's going to get you to the next level. You need a new one. All right, let's bring this all home. What's the ultimate point of embracing the grind? What's the real reward for all this persistence when everything in you is screaming to stop? Well, I can tell you this. The prize isn't what you think it is. It's not the promotion or the finished project or the trophy on the shelf. The true benefit of the grind is something way deeper, something much, much more permanent. See, the grind forges you. It builds resilience, so the next time you get knocked down, you don't break. It installs discipline until it becomes automatic, like an engine for your success. It develops this deep, core sense of self-worth, and maybe most importantly, an unshakable belief that you can handle anything life decides to throw at you. And this right here, this is the whole point. The person you become during the grind is the true prize. It was never about what you get at the finish line. It's always been about who you become on the journey. That internal transformation, that is the legacy of your persistence. That is the real victory. So it all comes down to right now, this very moment. Your past is gone. Your future isn't written yet. The only thing in this entire universe you have any control over is your next move. In that sense, there is no tomorrow. There is only now. So here we are, that long list of perfectly reasonable, totally logical excuses, it's sitting right there, waiting for you. And the work, that hard, sometimes mind-numbing, but ultimately transformative grind, that's waiting too. The choice is yours, and only yours. So, what's it going to be?